Mark Joyce, back to 2001, 18 years ago, but here's why it's still relevant. On Monday, the hospital said for the first time that it linked 6 deaths since 2001 to mold in the operating room's ventilation systems. But records filed in King County Court show a particular case there show the hospital has been on notice for years that aspergillus was a problem in the systems that filter air through the hospital's ORs. Maggie Brown was the building and engineering manager at Seattle Children's Hospital until 2003. She's a civil engineer whose job duties included maintenance on the hospital's ventilation system. In this 2007 court declaration, she wrote, "I observed the condition of the air intake systems in poor condition, including dead birds along with copious other debris lodged in the screens of the air intake."
We would have hoped that after the lawsuit that we brought against Children's, we'd never be in a situation when this would ever happen again.
John Lehman is the attorney who took that statement from the former engineering manager as part of a lawsuit he brought on behalf of Shanna Patnode, who was stricken by aspergillus mold during brain surgery in 2005. In addition to Maggie Brown, he submitted a statement from one of her employees, engineer Kenneth L. Johnson. Johnson kept this 2001 email to his superiors, reporting equipment in filthy condition and that the ventilation system's coils and drain pans actually have mold and fungus growing on them. We need to rectify this situation ASAP before someone gets sick or infection control gets complaints. These may seem like problems from a long time ago.
We have had other aspergillus infections over the past 20 years.
But on Monday, Children's CEO said the hospital recently tied 6 aspergillus deaths since 2001 to its faulty air handling systems. He said they only made the connection recently, but Shanna Patnode's case, settled for an undisclosed sum in 2009, was all about aspergillus in the ventilation system.
And then the hospital takes a position of denial or cover-up or an isolated event. Now they're coming forward for the first time ever in history saying, well, now that we've been caught, we admit that maybe we have some issues. It's outrageous.
Maggie Brown says she complained about the lack of ventilation maintenance to her superiors and was suddenly fired in March of 2003. I met with Maggie Brown at her home today. She didn't want to be interviewed on camera, but she did confirm everything that was written in those court documents. Children's, meanwhile, has shut 10 of its operating rooms down through the end of January to upgrade air filtering systems. And we contacted the hospital for reaction this morning, but have not heard back. I'm Chris Ingalls in the King 5 newsroom.